Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
So this is the last meeting before you have you come to the midterm test of OB. So next week on the 15th of October, you will have examination on OB. And I posted the question on Edmodo. You can look at the question and study the question. And also I have determined the time to submit your examination. Okay, you must switch on your video. So when you speak, you must turn on your microphone, and when you don't speak, you must turn off your microphones. So yeah, okay. So this is the group of to present the topic on perception. Yeah, who will present today?
Dita and Giovanni, sir.
Okay, before we start, please you must deliver the opening remark, please, from Felicia, please.
Okay, good afternoon, sir, and all of my friends. It is great that I could meet all of you again today. I would like to say good luck for the presenters of Chapter 5 and for the others. Always stay focused. I hope we can learn much today. Thank you, sir.
Okay, please, Rido.
So good afternoon, guys. Good to see you again. Good luck for the presenter, and I hope we can still enjoy the class and stay healthy.
Okay, Penny.
Hello, sir and friends. It's very good to see you all again, and good luck for the presenters. And we hope that we can learn as fast as we can. Thank you.
Okay. Stephen Putra, please.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. So, first of all, I would like to say good luck for the presenter today, and don't forget to stay healthy and stay safe because we next week we have midterm test. Thank you.
Yang, please.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to see you here again. And I want to say good luck for the today's presenter and hope we can get much new knowledge. And thank you.
Felicia Priscilla, please.
Hello, sir and friends. So I'm glad that we can meet again in this last meeting before the midterm exam. And good luck for Dita and Gio for the presentation later on. And stay safe, everyone.
Paradina, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, friends. It's nice to see you all again, and I hope today class will gonna be fun. And good luck for Dita and Giovanni who will present their material today. Thank you.
Okay, Giovanni, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Adi and friends. It's good to see you all again. I hope that me and Dita could deliver the materials well for you guys. Thank you.
Okay, Julian. Julian. Is Julian in? Still in? Okay. Dinda. Dinda. Hello, Dinda.
Hello everyone, it's really good to see you all again here on our last class midterm. I wish the best of luck for today's presenter, Dita and Gio, and I hope that we can learn a lot of things about their material today before the midterm. Thank you.
Julian, please, Julian.
Hello class. So it was nice to see you guys. Good luck for today's presenter. Hope we can get the benefit for today material. Thank you.
Jadapi, please.
Hello everyone. Hello sir. Good afternoon. Hope you guys stay healthy, and I hope today's presenter will be present a good material, and good luck for them. Thank you.
Kita Larasati.
Good afternoon, Sir Adi and friends. It's good to see you again. I hope our study run well and we can got a lot of knowledge about perception, decision making, and problem solving today. I hope me and Gio could deliver the material well. Stay healthy and have a nice day.
Okay, Alda Dwi Putri.
Good afternoon, Sir Adi and friends. Nice to see you again. I hope you are in a good health and good luck for today's presentation. Thank you.
Okay, Lekawati, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Sir Adi and friends. Nice to see you again, and I hope today's class will run well, and good luck for the presenters today. Thank you.
Okay, Rizkulo Noval.
Okay, warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Sir Adi and friends. It is great to see you all again. Stay focused and good luck for Dita and Giovanni who present the material today. Thank you.
Dwi Francisca. Dwi Francisca, is she in? No, yeah. Riana Data, please, Mawarni. Riana Data, Mawarni, please.
Good afternoon, sir and my friends. It's nice to see you again. Good luck for the presenter today. Stay safe and stay healthy, everyone. Thank you.
Egi.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you again, and I hope this presentation will run well today for the presenter. Thank you.
Okay. Lisa.
Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to see you all again this afternoon. And good luck for today's presenters. Thank you.
Okay, Bella Sapira. Bella Sapira, she is not in. Jordan.
Jordan, sir and friends. I hope the presentation is running well, and good luck for the presenter.
Okay, Stephanie.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to see you guys again. I hope we can get benefit materials today, and good luck for the presenter. Stay healthy, everyone.
Okay, Ma'ruf. Ma'ruf.
Good evening. Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to
Evening.
see you again. I hope the presenter is going to present the material very well, and I hope I got a new knowledge from you. Thank you.
Okay, Della.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to see every single one of you again in OB class today. And I would like to say good luck for today's presentation.
Mewa. Is she in? Mewa? No. Robbie? Robbie.
Hello everyone. So I just want to say good luck to those who present today, Dita and Giovanni, and stay safe everyone. Thank you.
Okay, Pelagia. Pelagia.
Good afternoon, everyone, and good luck for Dita and Giovanni who will presentation today. Thank you, sir.
Eric Parulian.
Good afternoon, Sir Adi and everyone. Good luck for the presenter today. Hope we will get the benefit and many new knowledge from the presentation today. Thank you.
Para Romika, please.
Good afternoon, sir and friend. It's good to see all of you again, and good luck for the presenter today. Thank you.
Eric Chandra.
Hey, good afternoon, sir and my friends. So, good luck for the presenter, and then I hope we all of us here can get the benefit from the presenter. Thank you.
Ladio Reis. Ladio Reis.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir, and all of my friends. Thank you for the opportunity that has been given to me. I hope today we can get a benefit from the presenter today, and we can get benefit from our material today. And I hope you all of us stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you.
Olidia Isnaini.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Sir Adi and friends. It's nice to see you guys again. Stay healthy, stay safe, and good luck for the presentation today. Thank you.
Amelia.
Okay, hello. Good afternoon, sir and my friends. It's good to see you all again here. Hope we can get a knowledge for this material, and good luck for who that presentation today. Thank you.
Celine Claudia.
Good afternoon, Sir Adi and friends. I would like to say good luck for the presenter today. Hope that we can understand about the material and stay safe, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, please, Bella Safira. Are you in, Bella? Okay, Bella, please. Bella Safira. No voice? Okay. I think it's time for Dita and Giovanni to present your topic. Professor, please. Time is yours. Dita and Giovanni. We will be the host.
Dita, sir.
Dita, okay.
Sir.
Okay, please, please, Bella, give your opening comment, please. Opening what, Bella?
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, sir and friends. I want to say that I'm ready for this class, even though I'm not healthy, really healthy. But I hope we can get so many knowledge today. Thank you.
Okay, please, Dita, take your time.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Today, me and Dio would like to present about perception, decision making, and problem solving.
So I would like to talk about the definition of perception. Next, Dita. So what is perception? Perception is the process through which people organize and interpret their sensory information, what they hear and see, to give meaning to their world. Perception plays a large role in how people view their work, their workers, their boss, and overall organization they work for. Unlike individual differences, such as personality traits and cross-cultural differences, research show that perception can change. We begin with perception because understanding why people perceive situations differently is essential for a leader to be effective in making decisions. It is important to a leader to remember that perceptions are the reality experienced by followers. Next, Dita. Why people don't see eye to eye? Well, people may see things differently in organization because they make perceptual errors. Perceptual errors are defined as flaws in perception due to mental shortcuts people make to simplify information that is processed. These errors matter for a number of reasons. First, they affect interpretation of leaders and co-workers' behavior. Second, perceptual errors or biases affect how jobs applicants are seen in interviews. The third one is they affect performance appraisals. Thus, leaders need to know about these perceptual biases and what bases them. Example of important decision leaders make that may be affected by perceptual errors include hiring the best person for a job and making an ethical choice. These biases can be remembered with the acronym of PRACT for primacy, recency, availability, contrast, and hello. Next, Vita. Next. We will talk about the primacy effect. So, for example, if a person smells like a smoke when met by an interviewer who doesn't smoke, this impression may last and influence whether they got the job. Once a person has formed an initial impression, they maintain it even when presented with concrete evidence that it is false. Classic experimental research in psychology has demonstrated that this affects problem solving and the persistence of stereotypes. Specifically, other effects research confirm that information presented early in a sequence affect judgment made later. This may be due to fatigue or not paying attention. People discount information presented later due to the need to confirm their first impressions. They seek only consistent information and rule out alternatives that conflict with their initial impression. More recently, experimental research has shown that the primacy effect persists due to belief updating, where initial information affects the conclusion one draws, and this conclusion then impacts later judgment. So what can be done to address the primacy effect? An experimental studies found that accountability influences a person's vigilance and improves processing of all information presented. When all people are asked to justify their decision to others, they are more likely to process all of the information available. So, a leader should keep this in mind when making this important decision. Imagine that you would have to justify a decision to your boss or in public. You never know, you might end up having to do so. Second is based upon research on believing updated. The leader should be willing to hit the reset button and look at the situation as if they had no prior exposure to it. From this review, it seems clear that primacy is important and first impression do the matters. Next, Dita. Next, we will talk about the recency effect. For example, after a job interview, it is important to end on a positive note by showing the interviewer appreciation for their time. The recency effect is pervasive. Recency may affect performance appraisals when the managers remember their direct reports most recent behavior rather than behavior in the middle of the evaluation period. So how can a leader guard against the recency effect? First, rehearsal or repetition of information has been shown to improve recall. About seeing how you might repeat a phone number you hear over and over in your mind several times to remember it until you can write it down. The second one is coding, which you link the information you need to remember to something familiar and easily retrievable. For example, you remember passwords by creating combination of your pet's name with other alphanumeric characters and symbols. The third one is mnemonic coding, in which you create acronyms to remember information such as PRAGE. To remember these perceptual biases: primacy, recency, availability, contrast, and hello. Another technique to improve recall is called imaging, in which verbal information is linked to visual image. For example, a person will visualize an image that is associated with a word that sounds like the person's name. So someone named DJ, who is a finance professor, could be remembered as Dow Jones. These types of memory techniques has been shown to improve short-term memories of long lists of information significantly. Next, Lita. Next, we will talk about the contrast effect. So the picture on the slide is called Ebbinghaus illusion. If you guys see clearly, the center circle is exactly the same size from group 1 to group 3. But it looks like that larger in the group 1 than the group 2 because the circle that surrounds it are small and in the group 2 and large in the group 1. I'm sorry, the surrounds that are small in group 1 and large in group 2. Contrast effect also happen in organizational decision. For example, a leader's performance evaluation of a person is affected by comparisons with other people recently encountered who rank higher or lower on the same characteristic. When a leader has followers who are poor performance, they tend to give every high ratings to average performing subordinates. On the other hand, when all subordinates were high performance, fewer rewards and lower performance rating were given, even to the most outstanding performance. The greater the proportion of engineers who had low performance rating, the more likely supervisors were to assign favorable ratings and provide rewards to just average performance engineers. Thus, the poor performance of other engineers generated a contrast effect in which a satisfactory performance stood out even though they were not actually stellar. Leaders need to focus on the individual performance and avoid comparisons that may result in the contrast effect. There are some indications that becoming aware of the contrast effect that may help a leader to reduce the bias when making hiring decisions and performance appraisals. So those indications are, the first one is training managers to eliminate biases, including the contrast effect, result in improved inflation. And in addition, using a structured interview also process may reduce the contrast effect. Next, Lita. Next is halo error. Halo error, or its opposite horns error, occurs when the raters overall positive or negative in the case of horns. impression or evaluation strongly influence ratings of specific attributes. For example, wearing a fraternity or sorority pin to an interview may invoke a positive impression if the interviewer is a person who assumes membership in the organization translates to high performance. Training and the use of structured interviews may be effective in reducing of hell error. So training and the use of structured interviews may reduce another pervasive decision error that may affect managerial engagement of all types, including performance appraisal and hiring decision, which is the halo effect. Next, Dita. Next will be delivered by Dita.
Individual decision making. In this part, we talk about how the individual can make decisions irrational, and decision making also can be trapped for a manager. Decision making. Business leaders make a decision every day, but are there some decisions that have a defining impact on the future of an organization? The answer is yes, of course can, but the leader must make the right decision based on company's conditions, and the decision must not create any issues in the company. This is an example of company that make business decisions. The first is Apple. The Apple board's decision to bring back Steve Jobs after he had been fired 10 years earlier, leading to innovations that have created the most valuable brand in the world. And the second, Samsung's decision to create a sabbatical program that allows their top performers to travel all over the world, which continues to be one of the secrets to their global brand success. And the third is Walmart. Sam Walton's decision to hold Saturday morning all-employee meeting for Walmart to create a culture of information sharing and rapid decision making, creating one of the largest retailers in the world. From these examples, it's clear that making the right decision plays a large role in leader effectiveness. The next sections cover both classic and contemporary research on decision making that every leader must know to make the right decisions at the right time. And decision process. Decision rationally is related to the success of strategic decision ranging from restructuring to the introduction of new products or process. The rational decision-making models relies on a number of assumptions, including that decision maker has complete information, is able to identify all the relevant options in an unbiased manner, and choose the options with the highest utility. Mintzberg found that managers have 4 decision roles, including entrepreneur looking for new ideas and opportunities, and the second, disturbance handler by resolving conflicts and choosing strategic alternative, and then the third, resource allocator by deciding how to prioritize the directions of resource, and the last is negotiator by protecting the interests of the business by interacting within the teams, department, and the organizations. Decision-making is fundamental part of a leader's jobs, and followers expect leader to make the right decision. As a manager, you will likely be promoted on the basis of your track record for making decisions that positively impact on the organizations, like, for example, enhancing profitability. And why some people cannot make decisions? Less emotionally stable leaders who fear upsetting others allow debates to drag on for too long and make compromise decisions that are not optimal. Feeling out of control and pessimism also lead to indecisiveness. Low self-esteem predicts indecisiveness, as well as attributing events to external cause and irrational beliefs. Indecisiveness may also affect us to face with the decisions of which job over to take. And there is a constraints on individual decision making. Indecisiveness may also be due to the complex nature of situations leaders face in today's rapidly changing environment. Three situational factors may hinder decision making. The first, lack of information. The second, unclear or conflicting goals, and the third, the uncertainty of outcomes. There are many constraints on decision due to time, rewards, and regulations. Also, stakeholders within and outside of the organization are invested in a leader's decisions. These stakeholders may have conflicting interests that must be balanced. Decision making is arguably at the core of leaderships, but it is not always easy. Leaders must often make decisions under pressure and with incomplete information. And there's the rational decision-making model. One prevalent model of decision-making presents a series of logical steps decision makers follow to determine the optimal choice. For example, optimizations involve maximizing value and minimizing cost. There are 6 steps process for rational decision-making is shown in this figure. The first, the problem or opportunity is defined, and then information is gathered and analyzed. Based on this information, a broad set of alternative or possible course of actions are identified. And the next, generate and evaluate alternative. These alternatives are analyzed in terms of the feasibility, cost, and benefits. A decision is based upon of the analysis of the alternative course of actions. For example, the decision with the lowest cost and greatest benefit. And the last, the final step is to develop a specific set of actions, steps for the implementation of the decisions. This model includes a number of assumptions. Decision makers must have complete information, be able to develop an exhaustive list of alternatives, weigh them, and then choose a decision with the highest value or lowest cost to the organizations. The limitations of the rational model. Decisions are sometimes made without complete information due to lack of availability of information relevant to the problem or the time pressure. Managers sometimes fail to identify the problem correctly at the start of decision-making process. Also, some only consider a view alternative rather than a broad set of possible options. They may only consider the most obvious alternative and not brainstorm creative solutions. And how the importance of how decision making are framed. Framing refers to whether questions are presented as gains or losses. Leaders must pay attention to how decisions are framed when they are presented. It is important to consider how information regarding risk and uncertainty presented. Decision makers expect uncertainty and can effectively use information on uncertainty to make better decisions. People can make good use of probability information in making decision if they are provided with it during the decision process and if it is presented in a way that they can use. And there is decision traps. 3 major of decision traps. The first, hindsight bias, is a process that might influence how outcomes of decisions are interpreted after the fact and lead to poor decision making. And the second, overconfidence bias, is an inflated confidence in how accurate a person's knowledge or estimates are. And the third, escalation of commitment occurs when individuals continue a varying course of actions after receiving feedback that show isn't working. In effect, they try to turn the situation around by investing more after a setback. The first is hindsight bias, is the process that might influence how outcome of decisions are interpreted after the fact and the lead to poor decision making, since a leader may ignore important information in the present and then reconstruct the past as if they had the knowledge. The hindsight bias is the tendency to believe falsely after an outcome of an event is actually known, that one would have accurately predicted the outcome. For example, if your actual predictive accuracy is only 40%, but you think it's 19%, you're likely to be less doubt about your predictive skill. That is an example for hindsight bias. The hindsight bias reduces our ability to learn from the past. It lets us think we're better predictions than we are and can make us falsely confident. Thus, the leader's ability to learn from past mistakes is compromised by hindsight bias. This might be compounded in the leader is also overconfidence in their decision-making ability. And this is another trap, overconfidence. Overconfidence bias is an inflated confidence in how accurate person knowledge or estimates. Individuals whose intellectual and interpersonal abilities are weaker most likely to overestimate their performance ability. There is a quote over there: "No problem in judgment and decision making is more prevalent and more potentially than overconfidence." This quote means that the more optimistic is the less successful. And there is the way to reducing bias is errors. The first is focus on goals. Without goals, you cannot be rational. You don't know what information you need. You don't know which information is relevant, which is irrelevant. You'll find it difficult to choose between alternatives, and you are far more likely to experience regret over the choice you make. Clear goals make the decisions easier to help you eliminate options that are inconsistent with your interests. And the second, look for information that disconfirms your beliefs. One of the most effective means for concentrating overconfidence and the confirmation and hindsight bias to actively look for information that contradicts your belief and assumptions. When we overly consider various ways we could be wrong, we challenge our tendencies to think we are smarter than we actually are. And the third, don't try to create meaning out of random events. The educated mind has been trained to look for cause and effect relationships. When something happens, we ask why. And when we cannot find a reason, we often invent them. You have to accept that there are events in life that are outside your control. Ask yourself if patterns can be meaningfully explained or whether they are merely coincidence. Don't attempt to create meaning out of coincidence. The last is increase your options. No matter how many options you've identified, your final choice can be better than the best of the options that you've selected. This argues for increasing your decision alternative and for using creativity in developing a wide range of diverse choice. The more alternative you can generate and the more diverse those alternatives, the greater your chance of finding an outstanding one. Leaders may keep the overconfidence bias in check by assigning a trusted follower to critique the decisions, by being open to different options, and by placing limits to their power by having someone else approve decisions. By reminding oneself on past decision making errors might be an effective way to keep the power effect on overconfidence in check. And there is Another bias, escalations of commitment. Escalation of commitment occurs when individuals continue a veiling course of actions after receiving feedback that shows it isn't working. For example, you consider a friend who has been dating someone for several years. Although he admits things aren't going too well, he says he is still going to marry her. He justifications, I have a lot invested in this relationship. Individual escalate commitment to a veiling course of actions when they view themselves as responsible for the failure. They throw the good money after bad to demonstrate their initial decision wasn't wrong and to avoid admitting they made a mistake. So escalation of commitment refers to staying with the decisions even when there is clear evidence it's wrong. And the figure shows the reason why leaders may engage escalation commitment. Instead of viewing the money already spent as sunk cost, decision makers focus on how much they have already spent. Also, leaders want a sense of completion. They have the need to finish what they have started, and this may also contribute of escalations. Leader may also let their ego get in the way, and the feeling of pride in their own decision-making ability may lead to increased investment in poor decisions. Finally, being unsure of oneself may increase the need to prove to others they were right. And the last part will deliver by Gio. Thank you, guys.
So we will talk about creative problem solving. Before we go further about problem solving, we would like to next data. We would like to tell you that definition of creativity. The creativity is a tendency to generate or recognize ideas, alternatives, or possibilities that may be useful in solving problems, communicating with others, and entertaining ourselves and others. In the figure, there is shown that there are three component model of creativity. This model creativity is developed by Teresa Amabel from Harvard University. As shown in the picture, creativity is a function of three intersecting components, which are expertise, creatives, thinking skills, and motivation. Expertise refers to knowledge, which are technical processes and academic. The second one, creative thinking. Creative thinking skills are how adaptable and imaginative individuals in the organization are. Finally, the motivation. Motivation refers to the intrinsic form of motivation, the urgent need to solve the problem faced and not the monetary rewards expected. Given that the person has the expertise related to the problem, their creative thinking skills can be enhanced through training. And in addition, leaders can create the right process and workplace climates to enhance creativity. For example, leaders can give followers challenging problems to work on and allow them the freedom to innovate. And also support from the organization from the matters, the creativity to thrive for people, the need resources, and a positive work group climate and encouragement. Next, Tita. So leadership need to carefully plan their decision process and follow the rational decision-making model presented in this chapter. So the guidelines for creating awareness and encouraging ethical decisions are follows. The first one is talk ethics, which make it a part of your workplace culture. The second one is publish your guiding principles. The third one is select, train, and retain employees who behave ethically. And the fourth one is make ethical behavior part of business and performance reviews. The next one is work in increasing moral sensitivity from as many different perspectives as possible. Six is attach consequences to desired behavior and measure its occurrence. The seventh is assure that structure and resources exist to monitor and enforce commitment to an ethical climate. Next is invite external review by an ethics audit team. The ninth, establish a set of criteria to evaluate your own actions and share those with others. The last one is encourage model. Encourage model and help others establish a method to discuss action and include alertness to ethical issues in everyday decisions. Following these guidelines should increase the awareness of ethics in your organization and help avoid decision traps leading to compromise ethics. Another term of this material is leading creativity. The ability to avoid decision traps and bounded ethically often requires keeping one mind open and being able to review problems from a variety of perspectives. Thus, the ability to think creatively may help avoid making decision errors and avoid unethical decisions due to bounded ethically. So a leader must be willing to hear the truth no matter how difficult it may be. Next, Dita.
So we move to critical thinking question part. Anyone to answer? Number one. Oh my God, it's wrong. Yeah. Number one, number two, and number three. Just open your mic. Anyone who answer number one?
Hello, Dita.
Hello, Dita.
Hello, Farah. Farah first, yeah. Would you like?
May I try to answer number one?
Yes, please.
Okay. But first, let me give me a time for answering your question.
Okay.
Hello, Dita. Can I ask
you number?
Three.
Three, okay.
Give me some minutes. Thank you.
Okay. So guys, does anyone want to answer number two? Do you believe that creativity is an inborn trait that only a few people have? If so, why? If not, how would you encourage creativity in your followers or in your employees?
Hello, Dita.
Hello, Davi.
Yeah, maybe I want to try to answer number two.
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Same with the others, give me time to think about it.
Okay. It's not problem.
Hello, Dita. So I will answer number one. By the way, thank you for the opportunity. So the question is, if you make a bad first impression in an interview, what would you try to do to change it? Okay, so yes, I will try to change it because I know something happens for a reason, even if it comes from our daily behavior that maybe not could be accepted by everyone. But I'm trying to review what have I done, get my self-awareness, and fix my bad impression because sometimes not everyone could accept it for the way we are, and I think it's okay. I think it's okay. It could be our evaluation to be a better person. Okay. Thank you, Dita.
Thank you, Farah. That's a great answer. Any other opinion for number one?
Hello, can I answer number 3?
Okay, yes, please.
So, in my opinion, the perceptions of leader is that a leader must become the good leader that is always help the employee, or maybe, for example, like the leader that not just force others to do something, but leader means lead. Lead means it's just like I give, for example, give some advice, give some opinion about how to do the right things, and also that as the leader they need he or she need to not only divide the job desk for the employee, but he or she need to lead them to do the right things, and also that the leader must have a disciplined attitude, and also it's because when a leader have a discipline, that it will make the employee do the same thing like the leader. Thank you.
Okay, that's a perfect answer from Celine. Anyone have another opinion maybe? No?
Hello.
Hello?
I would like to try to answer number 2. May I?
May
Yeah.
I answer it first?
Yeah, Davi first.
Okay.
After that,
Okay.
Felicia, Priscilla.
Okay, thank you, Belpris. And thank you, Dita, for the opportunity. So the question is, do I believe that creativity is an inborn trait that only a few people have? If so, why? And if not, how would you encourage creativity in your followers? So I think creativity, everyone have their own creativity. For example, everyone have different passion and also different way to apply their creativity into something. For example, when you like to playing a basketball and when you like to cooking something, you can make or you can implement your creativity into that things, right? So I think creativity is not inborn. Everyone have their own creativity on doing something and doing what they like. Thank you.
Okay, good answer from Davi. Felicia, please.
So I would answer number 1 first and then number 2. The first question is, if you make a bad first impression in an interview, what would you try to do to change it? So I would try to change it by proving through my working performance. For example, in the first interview, I came late and I'm kind of clumsy during the interview itself. So I will be and try to be more serious and focus on my job and be disciplined on time, whether I come to the office or I attend a meeting and submit my task or assignment from the leader or my boss. I'll try to make it up through my working performances so that my co-workers and my leaders could have better impression towards me rather than what they saw on the first impressions. And on the second question, do you believe that creativity is an inborn trait that only a few people have? If so, why? If not, how would you encourage creativity in your followers? I believe that creativity is partly born, but mostly it's not born, because creativity grows within the environment. For example, like you are not a design graphic, but you're working with designers, and then you're working with those architects and the ones with many various ideas, or even a content creator, means that you will have the surroundings that fill with innovations, with ideas, with creativity, and new ways of thinking and method of solving problems that make you become a creative person. Because environment really determines what kind of person that you will become. And I think that for my followers, in order to encourage and increase their creativity, they must always dig down into themselves, always find the potential in themselves and express them out to grow out your creativity. Thank you, Dita and Gio.
Wow, that's an amazing answer from Felicia Priscilla. I think that there is a clear answer, and we should move to the case that we discussed. Can you read the case, and who want to answer the questions number 1 and number 2? I give you a minute for read the case. Do unethical decisions come from bad character? So if you are done and you want to answer the question, just open the mic. Thank you.
Hello, Dita.
Oh, hello, Felicia.
May I try to answer number 2?
Okay, please.
Okay, so the question is, do you think if we admitted it to ourselves, time when we behave unethically, we would be less likely to behave unethically in the future? So my answer is, I think it will be good idea to make ourselves admit so we can realize how often we are acting unethically and how poorly we are actually acting ethically. That will make our own self look miserable, and by consequence, we will be more honest in the future decision and behavior. At this point, we won't have any excuse to make unethical choices. So by being honest, we will build a strong positive and a leadership character that will allow us to be in great service for us personally, but also for the business that we are working for as well. I think that's all my answer. Thank you.
Okay, Felicia, that's a good answer. Anyone want to try number 1?
Hello, Dita. May I try to answer number 1?
Yes, please, Dinda.
I think yes, people tend to see themselves as more ethical than they actually are. People make excuses for themselves and their choices or behavior that they will never accept from someone else. The reason behind this can be wishful thinking, even to the point of self-delusion that can be extremely motivating for character development or self-improvement. It boosts aspirations to think you are farther along than you actually are. The more one claims to be something, the more they are seeking validation from others to validate that they are actually what they claim to be. Then understanding it themselves on truly being it. They don't need to heal or understand that part of themselves when they are being validated for it. The more we reach outside of ourselves for validation of what we are, the more we lack that belief of it within. Ethical itself is subjective based on our life experience. People not living up to another expectation doesn't mean that it's not ethical. It means that they are their own person making their own decision based on where they are at in their life. People see themselves in others, and this brings the ethics and other things into the pictures. No matter how ethical a person is, there is going to be some amount of misunderstanding. However people think of others and however people treat others displays or shows their ethical values. If you are hurt by the things others say to you, then you wouldn't want to do the same things to others. If you want to be treated nicely, you behave nicely. So you expect others to behave the way you behave with them. All in all, it is because ethics are about ideals. People measure themselves by how hard they try, and they use it with their own measurement that may not apply to everyone. Ultimately, we have to judge someone whether that someone is ethical or not by what they do, not by what they say. Because what they say is ultimately irrelevant. Saying you're ethical is insignificant, is not that important. It costs us nothing. We get to claim the mantle of being an ethical person without ever really doing anything. while being ethical really only matters when it costs us something. Doing something ethical when it's the most beneficial thing isn't really an illustrative of a character. So what really matters is whether you are ethical when it costs you something or when it costs you nothing. As for a side note of ourselves, we can be very conscious of our ethical beliefs and what we believe ourselves to be, but we become unconscious of the aspects we don't want to see in ourselves. So we have to constantly reflect upon ourselves as a work in progress, and hopefully we can point in the most morally ethical direction in the future. I think that's my answer.
Wow, that's amazing answer, Dinda. Thank you very much for answer, Dinda and Felicia. So we move to the last sections of these presentations. And any questions?
Hello, Dita.
Hello, Maulidia.
I would like to ask on the individual decision-making part. Since making decision will always be difficult because it takes time and energy to weigh our opinions, I want to ask, is there any ways to improve our decision-making skills? And if it does, can you mention some of them? Thank you.
Thank you. We will keep the questions first. Anyone want to?
Hello, Dita.
Questions? Okay. Lekawati, please.
Hello, Dita.
Halo, Lekawati.
Oh, okay. Can you?
Yes, I can. I think you have trouble with your connection. Leka? So, anyone to give some questions? So, Leka, you seems like have trouble with your connection. So, give me some minutes for discussion about Lydia's questions.
Dita.
Iya, Leka.
Dita, may I ask?
Yes, please.
Describe why decision making is important to leader effectiveness.
Who is this?
Alda.
Why?
Describe why decision making is important to leader effectiveness.
Okay, Alda, we keep your questions first.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me questions. Yeah. Okay, in here I would like to give some explain about Lydia's questions. the questions is since making decisions will always be difficult because it takes time and energy to think about it, and is there any ways to improve decision making skills? I think you have to make decision at every step as a professional or as a member of family or as student. Failure in taking the right decisions could lead to big mess in life. Understand the first thing you must to consider is understand the factors involved in the problem or the situations. Talk with involved parties or research what additional information you might need to make an informed decision. And give yourself time to thoughtfully to make decisions. Oftentimes, you may feel rushed to make decisions. Sometimes, those are big decisions that require more thought and careful examinations. And then, for each decision that you make, whether you are buying an item at store, planning your career, and making life decisions, it is important to assess the cost and benefits of each. By weighing the pros and cons of the situations, you are likely to feel more in control of your decisions. And by commitment, continuity, or regularity, evaluation of work, and rationally are fundamental building blocks of the right decision making. A decision could be sometimes adverse or favorable. It is necessary to note the correct change and suggestions for the success of choice. That's all my answer. Are you satisfied or not?
Yes, Dip. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And
next, about Alda's question, I would like to answer. So Alda asks about why decision making is important to leader effectiveness. Is it right, Alda?
Yes, Gio.
So decision making is very important because it is considered as the backbone for the business management, because without taking the right decision at the right time, nothing can be performed. And while nothing can be performed, the situation can ultimately affect not only the company, but also the manager as well. So are you satisfied with my answer, Alda?
Okay, I will add some additional from Alda's questions. People in leadership positions are faced every day in decision-making challenges. Leadership decision-making is essential skills and tool for most business operations. The survival of every organization depends on the way their leadership leaders make decisions that affect everyone in the business. These decisions are the ones leading to significant commitment of resource with significant impact on the firm as a whole in the long-term performance. Thank you. I think that's all my answer. And Gios, thank you, Alda, for giving me some questions. So, anyone to the last questions? Give me the last questions. If no, we close the presentations. Okay, I think there is no questions again. I hope you understand with we are talking about what our material. I hope our material will benefit for you guys. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank
Waalaikumsalam.
you.
Okay, read to the host to me, please. Okay, return to host to me, please.
Okay, wait, sir.
Okay, so it is a good presentation. So this group talk about perception. So there are several factors influencing the perception. First is the personal characteristic, time, and then factors to the target, and then factors to the situation. Yeah, there are some factors influencing the perception. So I want to share screen first. Okay, can you look at this picture?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it, yeah? Okay. So you can look at the picture on the left. What do you see? Or do you see the picture on the left?
We can see
Girl,
from
sir.
two sides.
Old lady.
We
Old
can
lady.
One way,
see
one way.
from two sides, young lady and grandma.
Girls. Who answer, please? Who answer?
Me.
Okay, please.
Wait, sir.
The name. Say your name, please. What do you see on the picture on the left?
I see from two sides, sir. Grandma and a young lady.
Yeah.
We can see from two sides.
Yeah.
Old woman or young lady.
How can you say that it is a woman and a young lady?
If we see from the right side, we can see old woman, but if we see from the left side, like this, so we can see young lady.
Yeah.
Like that, sir.
Okay. The other opinion. Okay, good. The other opinion. Why? How? What factors influencing the opinion that it is a woman and young lady? What factors influencing the perception? Your perception. So if you look at the background, what happens? If you look at the background, black and white, so right? Okay, old lady and young lady. But the dominant picture, what is the dominant picture? Dominant.
The young lady. Actually, the old lady, sir.
Old lady. Old lady.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Young, sister. Young.
It is according to your perception, right? To your the way
Young
how
lady,
you,
sir.
Yeah, the way how you perceive the background, right? So if you look at the black background, so what will you see?
Young lady, sir.
Young lady. If you look at the black background.
Yeah.
And you look at the white background.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are.
Old lady, is that right?
Yes, sir.
There are two pictures. And over the right one, the red picture. What do you see? The right
Young lady, sir.
Young lady.
Sir, but it's coming to young lady.
The right picture, this one.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir. Young lady, sir.
Young lady, and then young lady.
Yeah. Young lady.
and
Dominant.
old.
And
Old
also,
lady.
Still same, but young lady.
So look at the okay, young lady, and then
old lady.
Young lady, sir.
young lady. Are you sure? Young lady? How many people do you see on the red picture? How many people?
Two.
Okay.
Two.
Okay, two. And
young lady.
Young lady and
Old lady.
Old lady.
yeah.
lady.
How do you see that it is she is old and she is young? How do you see?
See it through the ear, sir.
Yeah.
I see it through the ear. If the ear of the young lady is the eye of the old lady.
Yeah, that's right. And then
the necklace.
and then the nose, yeah, the nose of the old lady.
Nose.
The
Yeah.
nose.
The young lady, and so it depends on how you see the pictures, right? The background, right? So the background of influence your perception, right? How do you see the picture, right? So it will form your perception, right? So everyone perceive object in different ways, right? So you can look at your friend here. So you have your own perception, right? Okay, for example, okay, you can look at Eric Chandra. What is your profession? Okay, who can perceive Eric Chandra? Look at Eric Chandra. What do you perceive Eric Chandra? Answer please my question. How do you perceive Eric Chandra?
Boy.
Yeah? Kadapi please. How do you perceive Eric Chandra, Kadapi?
My perception about Eric Chandra.
Yeah.
I think he is a boy.
Yeah, it must be a boy.
A young boy.
Yeah.
Boy is young.
It is not perception.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
He's hot.
Ah, hot. Why hot?
Mantap.
Cool.
Cool. Cool. So everyone has different perceptions, right? Why do you have perception, special person for Alexander? So everyone has perception. Okay. This one. What do you see?
Two people, sir.
Huh?
Two people, sir.
Yeah. Who are they? Who are they? Two people. Who are they?
In the black wallpaper is two people or a cup, sir. The white
That's
one.
right. A cup and two people. And who are the two people?
Talking, sir.
No. Who are talking? Who are they? A boy or girl? Woman?
Boy.
Look, boy, sir.
Boy.
It's like a man, sir.
Two boys, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yes, sir.
the black color, if you look at the black color, there are two people, right? But when you look at the white background, you will see.
It's a cup.
Yeah.
It's like if so from white.
Yeah.
Like
Peon
trophy.
on cheese.
Yeah. Okay. And then what again? That what about this? This one. The first picture on the left, upper left. This one.
It's the same.
It's same, sir, but it more close.
Yeah, close.
Yeah,
Both of them.
it's closer.
What are they doing? What are they doing? So this one is that. So relationship, yeah, because of relationships, right? What are they doing? What are they doing? Kissing?
Almost kissing, sir.
Looking at each other, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah. And what about this? On the right picture here.
It's further.
Yeah, it is more further, right? What are they doing?
I know, sir.
Staring.
They are doing a competition. Who not pejamkan mata.
Yeah. Okay. This is perception, right? And what is this?
Horses, sir.
Yeah. Horses.
Soldiers.
All soldiers. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Soldiers. Okay. This perception, right? Okay. And I also have posted some question on Scoop. Yeah. Who can answer the question?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Okay. This is the question. So you must open the link and answer the question. Okay, please answer the question. Explain what influenced the perception.
May I?
Okay, please. Kadapi, please.
The first question is about explain what influenced the perception. So I think the kind of thing that will influence the perception is how we as a human seeing something or seeing some activity. It's up to what kind of things that we see. It's mean that that's the mean that of the perception. So the things that will influence is about the things on your environment and also yourself will influence the perception. So
So what factors? And you mentioned the factors influencing the perception, like experience, attitude, the rest.
yeah, experience, environment, and also the others will influence your perception.
Methods, right?
Yep.
Personality, right? And then to the situation, times, work settings, right? It can also influence the perception. And then the target, like smallness, that yeah. Okay. And number two,
Can I try, sir?
please, yeah.
Okay, so the question is, what is a perceptual set in psychology? A perceptual set refers to a predisposition to perceive things in a certain way. In other words, we often tend to notice only certain aspects of an object or situation while ignoring other details. So perceptual sets can impact how we interpret and respond to the world around us and can be influenced by a number of different factors. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. So why is perception is under psychology? Why is perception under psychology?
Because it relates with how the way people see others, sir.
Yeah, okay. Because related to what? To mental, yeah, mental activities, right? So it's under psychology because we use five senses, right? So perception uses five senses. Is that true? Use your eye, your smell, your nose, your ears, right? In your mental activities. So it is called psychology. Number three.
How people see. Yes,
How,
sir.
how do the psychologists define perceptual step?
Can I try, sir?
Please. Directly answer. Say your name. Directly answer. Say your name, please.
Alicia Priscilla, sir.
Okay.
Wait a minute, sir. Oh my God. Okay, so how do psychologists define perceptual sets? Perception can also be influenced by an individual expectation, motives, and interests. The terms of perceptual set refers to the tendency of preserved object or situations from a particular frame of reference, which explains by Sandra Hockenberry in the book of Discovering Psychology. That's my answer, sir. Thank you.
Do you have another opinion? Okay. I think the answer is on the links, right? So you can read the article of the link. So it's just to make it easy to remember the materials. And number four, what is top-down processing in perceptual set? What is top-down processing?
Can I?
Amelia, yeah. Amelia. Please, Amelia.
So bottom-up processing refers to process sensory information as it's coming in. In other words, if it's a flash, a random picture on a screen, your eyes detect the picture, your brain pieces it together, and you perceive a picture of an object. What you see based on only the sensory information coming in. Bottom-up refers to the way it is built up for the small space pieces of sensory information.
Okay, good. And number five, explain the process influencing profession, please. Number five.
Can I try, sir?
Please.
Okay, so the first one is the motivation, because motivation can play an important role in perceptual sets and how we interpret the world around us. And then the second forces is the expectation, because expectations play an important role. For example, like if we expect people to behave in certain ways in certain situations, the expectations of it can influence how we perceive these people and their roles. And then the third one is the culture, because culture influences on how we perceive people, objects, and situations. And then the fourth one is the emotions, because emotions can have a dramatic impact on how we perceive the world. And then the last one is the attitudes, because the attitudes itself, it has a powerful influence on the perception. That's all, sir.
Can you give me the example the cultural influencing profession? Penny? Hello, Penny. Hello, Penny.
Hello, sir. Oh, wait, sir. I need to
Can
think
you give
first.
example cultures influencing the profession at workplace?
Culture influence.
Culture influencing profession at workplace.
I think in the workplace, yes, sir.
Yes.
Culture. I think it is about what they believe, sir, because we know that in the organizations, like every organization has the different cultures. For example, like there are the cultures of there are the cultures that are created inside the business itself. For example, like each apa each organization has their own kind of culture that define themselves, and it somehow like influence the people. For example, the culture of working in apa namanya, in bank and in firm, it is different because sometimes in firm, for example, like public, they work more like apa ya namanya, they use like physical, and then if we work in the bank area, it is more apa ya, the culture is that the workers have to be tidy and stuff like that, so it somehow influence how people perceive of working in that workplace. And then from that culture, for example, like we know that, for example, if we want to work in a bank, we know that the culture is that we have to be tidy, we have to get ready in the morning. So it somehow influences the people that it influences people to think that if we want to work at a bank, you have to be tidy like that, sir.
Okay. So it is a physical culture. Example, if you are the customer, bank customer, yes, you enter the bank, and then you look at a man with good clothes and tie. How do you perceive him?
I will perceive the workers as the people that are very tidy and very diligent and very punctual.
Okay, good. Yeah. Sometimes, if, for example, you go to campus, you want to have some consultation with your lecturer. If you want to meet your lecturer, you must look at the car maybe, so that, yeah, or the motorcycle, or you want to meet Ibu Titi, for example, so you will look at the car. Is her car in, so that, so if the car is, so she's in campus, so perception, so that, yeah, it's also perception. Okay, and number 7, please. And number 6. Just have shown that the social set can have a dramatic impact on their life. Explain and give the example. Number 6, please. Mayang ya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please, Mayang.
Okay, so based on the knowledge I've read before for example, like in one experiment, children were found to enjoy French fries more when they were served in a McDonald's bag than just a regular white bag, because the design of the McDonald's bag can cause the perceptions when people see it. We know that the slogan of the McDonald's is "I'm loving it," so our brain unconsciously try to love McDonald's brand and product. And in another study, people were told in the picture of the Loch Ness monster, where it was swimming in the middle of the lake, and more of them inclined to see mythical creature in pictures, because some of them recognize the picture. It looked like a dinosaur with the type of Apatosaurus, or we commonly know that as a Brontosaurus, which is one of type of the herbivore dinosaur that has long around 26 meters and weight until 32 tons. And we know that there are existing forms that do not exist or already extinct because of the meteorite. But some of them might be believed of that picture shows the last dinosaur appearance on this earth, and supported by the habitat brontosaurus is on the shores of lakes and forests. So as a previously mentioned, perception is so strong that it actually causes us to see a thing that might be don't actually exist. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Number 7, please. Number 7.
Can I try, sir?
Please. Tell it.
So based on the articles that we can get is about bottom-up processing work. So that it's explained about the bottom-up processing is an explanation for perception that start with an incoming stimulus and working upward until a representation of the object is formed in our minds. And also is that the differences between bottom-up and top-down is that the first one, bottom-up, is data-driven, focus on incoming sensory data, and also takes place in real time. And top-down is info interpreted using contextual clues and also uses previous experience and expectation. And also, this process suggests that processing begins with a perception of the stimuli and is told by basic mechanism developed through evolution. And also is that bottom-up processing works like we experience sensory information about the world around us, such as like level from our environment. And then the second one is these signals are brought to the retina, transforms these signals into electrical impulse that can then be transmitted. And then the third one, for example, like electrical impulse travel along visual pathways to the brain where they enter the visual cortex and process it to form our visual experience. And also is that the article explained about real life applications, so that it means that we can compare how bottom-up processing works to how top-down processing works by considering a sample of how each process works. Imagine that, for example, like we see a somewhat obscure shape. If we see the shape on its own using bottom-up processing, we might immediately perceive it as a capital letter of B. And then also the article talk about visual illusions. It also talks about that when we are probably seeing a number of visual illustration where a random ink blobs initially just look like ambiguous shape, for after a moment begin to look face. And also that brain disorder and damage is that also known as face blindness, is a neurological disorder in which people are unable to recognize familiar faces, including their own. While other aspects of visual processing and cognitive functioning remain unaffected. And also that a word from very well is that bottom-up processing can be extremely useful for understanding certain elements of how perception occurs. That's all my answer. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good opinion. And number 8, please. Number 8. Number 8, please. Who has read number 8? Who has read the article number 8? No one read the number 8.
Hello, sir. I'll try.
Please, Felicia, yeah. Please, Felicia.
Yes, okay. So the article explains about what is perception. Here, perception is the sensory experience of the world. It involves both recognizing environmental stimuli and actions in response to these stimuli. And also perception includes the 5 senses like touch, sight, sound, smell, and taste. And then there are also types of perception. Some of the main types of perception include, first is vision, the second one is touch, the third one is sound, and then taste, then smell. And then how it works. So there are 8 steps in the perceptual process. The first one is the environmental stimulus. The second one is the attended stimulus. The third one is the image on the retina. The fourth one is transduction. The fifth one is neural processing. Sixth one is perception. Seventh one is recognition. And eighth one is action. And then the article also explains about the impact of perception. So in order to see the impact of perception, it can be helpful to look at how the process works. So this varies somewhat for every sense. Next, the article explains about some tips and tricks. The first one is pay attention. The second one is make meaning of what you perceive. The third one is take action. So the article also explains about potential pitfalls. The perceptual process doesn't always go smoothly, and there are a number of things that may interfere with perception. So there are some disorders that may affect perception. That includes, first one is spatial neglect syndromes. The second one is prosopagnosia. The third one is aphantasia. And then the last one is schizophrenia. And then the article also explains about the history of perception. So the interest in perception dates back to the time and the ancient Greek philosophers who were interested in how people know the world and gain understanding. I think that's all for me. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so look at this picture. If you are the psychologist, how do you perceive this woman, this person, this picture? So if you are a psychologist, how do you perceive this?
Yes, sir.
If you are the psychologist, so how do you perceive this picture?
I see eyes that is staring. It's more like how to say? It's more like the eye that is like not sad and also not sad and also not happy, but like that more like merenungkan, sir. So it is like sedang merenung.
Thinking deeply. Thinking deeply, yeah. Thinking
Yes,
deeply.
yes.
So how do you know that she's not happy? How do you know?
From the eyes there. So I don't see any signs of happiness there.
Okay, the other opinion maybe? That woman. Hello? Salam. Yeah. Ada apa? Ada apa? Tulis skripsi. Kalau bisa gede topik terhadap bisnis boleh, bisa terhadap apa kinerja pemasaran, asal datanya enggak. Kadang data susah, data sulit kan, Dina kan. Nah, ambil data susah datanya. Betul ya. Data sulit kan, data masuk data kalau susah gitu. Semua bisa aja, nanti masuk sendiri kan, enggak selesai. Anda betul. Belum ya lah. Anak S1 enggak memang, sudah S2 ya. Kemampuan S1. Apa? Nggak bisa satgas lapor, satgas bukan manajemen kan? Ya lah, nggak bisa tuh, jauh dari itu kan kita ada marketing ada itu. Nanti data itu juga begini, datanya kita itu. Jadi kopi ini kan dibangun turun kan? Ya kesalahan aja, itu dana. Kesalahan. Okay, please. And I'm sorry, my friend calls me. Okay. No opinion again. Okay. So,
May I, sir?
Please. Kadapi ya?
Yes, sir.
Please, Kadapi.
So maybe this is a girl who feeling sad or feeling bad with her life,
Yeah.
and she is going to the upstairs of the building because we can see the reflection from the eyes. That's another building. So there's a two perception from me. The first, she only said and want to see the situation around that building, or the second is she want to do suicide. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, Kadapi. So if you are the manager, yeah, and you meet one of your female workers like this, what will you do?
If I meet, sir.
Yeah, at your workplace. So you are the manager, and she is your subordinate. What will you do?
Of course, I will help her, sir, because it's a big problem if someone have a problem with their self or like with their mind,
Yeah.
because someone who faced that problem needs someone to sharing and also to giving a hand for her problem, I think. So the first thing that we are,
How do you
yes,
help her? How do you help her?
sorry.
How do you help her?
Well, I help her, sir.
How?
So
The
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The way.
The way. Of course, I will be the good listener for her, and then I will ask her what kind of thing that can I do to help her problem. Yes, her problem.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. Good answer. Okay. So look at here. So I have posted the question for midterm test. Can you look at it? Yeah. You can look at you can visit at Moodle, and you can read the question. See that? Yeah. And you must answer by means of YouTube. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all. Yeah. Yeah. This is clear. So the presenters are good. Yeah. Good explanation. I think the material presented by your friend is understandable and clear. But before we end the lesson, so we meet again. So next week you will have examination, and we will meet again on the 28th of October. Yeah, say that 28th of October. Yeah. So who will present on the 28th of October? Who will present on the 28th of October?
My group, sir, with Rido.
Rido. What's the topic?
Say, sir. Say Rido.
Leadership. Leadership.
Leadership.
Yeah,
how to be a good leader. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, so before we end this lecture, please, you must deliver your closing comment, closing remark. So what is the conclusion and what benefit have you got from this lecture? Okay, please, from Felicia, please.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much, Saradi, for today's class. And thank you for the group who has presented a material for us today, Dita and Giovanni. It was such a good presentation. The lesson I got today and will benefit me in the future if I become a manager is about perception, decision-making, and problem-solving. And also, I would like to say good luck for the midterm test. I hope we can pass the midterm very well. Thank you, and have a good day, everyone.
Rido, please.
So, thank you for the presenter. I hope what we can get from today can give us very, very benefit and good impact for us for the future. So see you next time, guys, after midterm. Thank you.
Pelagia.
First of all, I want to say thank you for Sir Adi and Dita and Giovanni for their presentation deliveries as well. Thank you.
Okay, Penny Christine.
Well, first of all, I would like to say thank you to Sir Adi and to the presenters. It was a very great presentation. And what I get is that there are many factors that can influence our perception. And last, good luck, guys, for the midterm. Thank you.
Para Romika.
I want to say thank you to Sir Adi and thank you for the presenter today. I hope the material will beneficial in the future.
Okay, Stephen Putra.
Okay, so first of all, First of all, I would like to say thank you to the presenter. And what I got from the lesson today is uh, every, every every person have their own perception. So if we have to make a decision, we have to see another perception also. So I would like to say also good luck for everyone for the midterm test. Thank you.
Let your race. Let your race. Pin. Mayan. Mayan.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I want to say thank you to Sir Adi, and also you guys did a great job for our presenter today, which are Dita and Gio about the perception, problem solving, and etc. And this class is very beneficial for me and maybe for you guys because we learn how to know the person condition just by uh, knowing it from her eyes. And good luck for the midterm in the next week and stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Maulidia.
Thank you, sir and friends, for the lectures and presentation today about perception, decision making, and problem solving that Dita and Gia delivered today. I hope it will be useful for all of us. Don't forget to take care of yourself and stay healthy. And good luck for the midterm test, guys. Thank you.
Okay, Felicia Priscilla.
Hello, everyone. So first of all, I would like to say thank you to Sir Adi for hosting this class. And thank you for our presenter, Gio and Dita, for giving such a good presentation. Well done, guys, on the topic of perception, problem solving, and decision making. And the benefits for me after gaining this knowledge is that I could become more manager in the future that sees a problem from different perspective so that I can find a better solution and solving a problem and creating a decision. So stay safe, guys. See ya.
Very good. Helen, yeah.
Hello everyone. Thank you for the explanation about this material, Sir Adi. Thank you, and also for the presenter today. And I just want to say good luck for the midterm. Hope that all of us can have a nice score and high score, and also stay healthy and stay safe, everyone. Thank you.
Paradina. Paradina, please.
She's having a trouble with the Wi-Fi.
Amelia. Amelia.
Okay, first of all, I would like to say thank you for the all of material that presented by Dita and Giovanni. They delivered such a good presentation that can give benefit for us in the future. And also good luck for everyone for the midterm test. Thank you.
Okay, Giovanni.
Thank you for Mr. Adi for the lecture just now and the material. And thank you for our attention towards our presentation. I hope that the material can benefit for you guys. Thank you.
Okay, Eric Chandra.
Okay, first of all, I would like to say thank you to Sir Adi and friends. And what I can get from the presentation today is about making decision and then perception. So good job for the presenter today, Dita and Gio. Then good luck for the midterm. Thank you.
Julian.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to thank you, Adi, and thank you for the presenter today for delivering great materials and presentations. Good luck for the midterm.
Okay. Eric Parulian.
Good afternoon, Saradi and my friend. Thank you for the presenter today. The benefit that I got is about we cannot see only from one perception, but also we need to see from the another perception. So good luck for the midterm. Thank you.
Okay, Dinda.
Thank you for today's presenter, Gio and Rita, for delivering a very clear material. And I will have to also thank you, Sir Adi, before term test. And good luck for everyone. I hope we can get a very good score for the midterm test. Thank you.
Okay, Robbie.
So, hello everyone, good afternoon. Thank you for today, especially to those who present today, Giovanni and Dita. You guys presented well about the perception. And then also thank you to Saradi for today's lecture. And once again, thank you to everyone.
Davi.
Okay, first of all, I want to say thank you for me, Sir Adi, uh, for this class, and of course, all of the presenter. You guys did a good job present, and the lesson that I learned today is don't judge someone by its perception. And good luck for the midterm test. See you guys.
Okay, Dela. Dela.
I would like to say thank you to Mr. Adi and today presenter for delivering the material very well. What we learned today about perception could be beneficial for us and can reach our knowledge. Thank you.
Kita Larasati.
Thank you, Sir Adi. Thank you for all of my friends to pay attention to us. From the lesson today, we can know more about perception, decision making, and problem solving. I hope what I and Gio deliver give benefit for us. Stay healthy. Have a nice day. See you next meeting. Thank you.
Ma'ruf.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, welcome back with me.
Halo,
Thank
Ma'ruf.
you for Dita
Hello,
and
Maro.
friends because of the material. You're so
Ma'ruf.
good. I love it. The way you present, perfect. I hope the material today has an effect for me in the future. And yeah, stay healthy and good luck for the exam, guys.
Yeah, Maro.
Thank you, Maru.
It's your girl.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Aldari Putri.
Or background, Maro.
And also to today's presenters, Dita and Gio, they did the presentation. I hope the knowledge given can be useful in the future. Stay healthy, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, Stephanie.
First of all, I want to say thank you to Mr. Adi and the presenter today who delivered the material. It was such a good presentation and good luck for the midterm. Thank you.
Okay, Lekawati.
Okay, thank you for Sir Adi and friends. And also thank you for the presenters today, Dita and Gio. And good luck for the midterm. Stay safe and stay healthy, guys. Thank you.
Okay, Jordan.
First of all, I would like to say thank you for presenter and good presentation. Stay healthy and keep your health.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Rizkulo Noval.
Okay, first of all, I would like to say thank you to Mr. Adi Mursalin and the group who present today. Stay healthy, stay safe, and see you after midterm. Thank you.
Okay, Bella Sapira. Bella Sapira. Di Francisca. Coming. Diana Dita, what morning?
Thank you for Sir Adi for the class today, and thank you for Gita and Giovanni for delivering material well. And stay safe and stay healthy, guys. Good luck for the midterm test. Thank you.
Egi.
Thank you for the presenter and the material present today, and see you in next meeting. Thank you.
Lisa.
I want to say thank you for Saadi and today's presenters for the lecture about perception, decision making, and problem solving. I hope everyone stay healthy. Thank you and have a nice day, everyone.
Okay, don't forget to visit Edmodo and look at the midterm test question, and then read, and then you must do them as soon as possible. Yeah, thank you very much for your coming here, entering the Zoom to join this lecture. See you later on the 28th of October. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
See you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. See you.